7 years ago, which is a long time. We met when we were in college. It was our sophomore year of college at UNL.
Through mutual friends from high school. Her friend was Reese and my friend was Allie, and we both kind of swapped in college.
And my friend Allison Tejan, which she's one of my bridesmaids in my wedding, is actually from Hebron as well. And so she was in my sorority.
Reese and I went dorm storming one night, and we came along her door and knocked on the door, and that was kind of the first time that I saw her.
The guys aren't supposed to come in your room to, like, that's called dorm storming. The guys, it's supposed to be no alcohol, no boys, whatever, that whole week. Well, some boys, because one of my good friends from high school was hanging out with Jayde, and they came in and just wanted to say hi during rush week. So I was like, hi, okay, now you guys gotta go. Like, we're not supposed to be hanging out right now. So I remember Jayde being there, but that's technically the first time I met him.
But it wasn't till later that I talked to Allie and made her get in a little two-way date with me and Jayde to try to get to know her and talk to her, and yeah, that's kind of how we first met.
We were at Playmore the first time I probably got to talking to Jayde at a Playmore ballroom or whatever in Lincoln. We were doing like a, I don't know, line dancing thing our fraternity and our sorority were. And so I just thought he was super cute, and I was like secretly like, oh, I'd go talk to him, but I was like, no, I'm kind of shy. So I encouraged one of my other friends to go say hi to him, and yeah, but I definitely thought he was cute, and whoever that girl was that he was dating or whatever was really lucky.
My first impression of Jayde was she's very outgoing, really kind-hearted. I didn't think that I could make her mad at all. She was just so nice. And
so Jayde, I did not know this was going to be our first date, actually. My friend Allie, like I was talking about earlier, she told me, oh, Jayde and Jacob Clark is his name. He's also going to be in our wedding. He's here that day. They wanted us to go to a movie at the Grand in Lincoln, which is close to campus. And Allie and I were kind of like, oh, they just want to hang out, you know. We were in like leggings and a sweatshirt, like totally at AFI, which was our sorority, like not ready to go on a date. We didn't think it was. We got there and the boys were like pretty dressed up, and we're like, oh, they like thought this was a date. So it was kind of awkward. We're like, oh, we thought we were just hanging out. But then we ended up only staying like 15 minutes into the movie because we were laughing so hard and couldn't keep it together because we were having so much fun that we were like, okay, we should probably leave because other people can't hear the movie at all. So that was like our first date as a group, I guess. But then Jayde asked me to go to Shania Twain, which is one of my favorite artists. I love country music.
So we went to a whole bunch of concerts after that, and that was kind of my way of impressing her. I would say that her favorite date to start off was when I ordered some tickets to George Strait in Las Vegas. We both took a plane ride out there, went to the concert. King George is kind of her favorite country singer. So I really thought that that would get me the brownie points to move a little farther in the relationship with her.
Kind of then I was like, oh, he must really like me if he's taking me to Shania Twain, so. When I knew Jayde was the one, it was probably, I went to Africa for 3 weeks with Allie, the same friend that I've been talking about, and we had a blast. But I knew during that time, being so far away from Jayde, even after only dating for like 6 months, that he cared so much about me while I was over there and called me all the time, and I just like felt like how much I missed him. And he's also a farmer, which everyone in my family farms, my dad, my grandpas, everyone, my uncles. So I was drawn to him initially, like when I knew that, because I'm like, he is basically everything I've ever wanted, you know? I've always thought I would end up with someone, and small town life is like what I was most used to. So I always felt so comfortable with him. But I would say the moment that I knew he was the one was when I was in Africa, would probably be in how much I missed him when I was gone. But he also bought me George Strait tickets, and I love George Strait, and he spent a lot of money on those, so I was like, he's the one then.
So I first thought I would spend the rest of my life with Jayde almost immediately. I found out that she grew up on a small town. She grew up on the farm, and that's where she was looking to go in life. It's a little hard to find somebody willing to come back to a small town and grow up on a farm. So yeah, almost immediately finding out that she was really nice, kind. She checked all of my boxes and beyond.
My favorite thing about Jared, okay. There's a lot of things. So Jared is always funny. Like, we are truly best friends, and living with each other now has brought out so many, like, we literally have the most fun, and sometimes we're goofy. He's so kind that everyone he meets, he is almost so shy because he wants to be so kind to them that he is like, oh, I'm afraid to like say something because he's such a nice person. And I've seen, like, this kind of touches on the farming thing again, but he works his butt off, and that is something that's very, like, that's a very high quality for me, and that's something I've always looked for in a person, and I admire that so much about him, how much I can tell he wants to work for our future family and wants to, I guess just his work ethic in general is something that I've always loved about him. But he's very low key, he doesn't get worked up about certain things. He balances me out because he'll say, Jade, don't go buy that other purse. And I'll be like, okay, yeah, you're right. I shouldn't buy that purse or those shoes. Like, he very much balances me out, and he's my equal half. So those are a few of my favorite things about him.
I think my favorite thing about Jade is she's just so kind-hearted. She would not hurt a soul. She always wants to help everybody, and that's kind of where it has changed ever since I've been living with her. Is she's a nurse now, and she's always wanting to help people, and whenever she gets an opportunity to pick up a shift, she's always going. So now I found out she's really hardworking, and she loves to go into work and help out as many people as she can. And I've been told from multiple people that I know that have been her patient that she's just so kind, and they would love to come back and have her as their nurse again. Just, she's so nice. So the biggest part about the proposal was I was just honestly trying to trick her the whole time.
Yes, you were.
I was sitting at home the day before just taking a whole bunch of pictures with my iPad of me just looking sick and laying on the couch, and I changed my outfit a few times and went and made food and took a few Snapchats with that and had everything set on my iPad. And then that next day I left and made the trip to Omaha where I was gonna pick the ring up, and the whole time I'm just snapping pictures of my phone off of my iPad screen and made it look like I was just sitting at home sick, and she never knew that I was in Omaha the whole time.
He hid it very well. Like, he went to the work to like take pictures of the pictures on his iPad, so I completely believed him that he was just at home.
I mean, it was a little unsafe there when you're going through the stoplights of Omaha and I'm sitting there trying to take pictures in between my legs.
I was impressed that you tried to do that. That was creative.
The whole time she
really
just thought I was sitting at home sick, and made it up there, got the ring picked up and paid for it. And after that I decided to go and talk to your dad, make sure that it was okay with him. I had to chase him down out in the field. He was inside a dozer.
Yep.
Went out there and showed him the ring, and he was pretty happy about it.
Yeah. He did a good job. He did a really good job.
Yeah.
I love it.
I remember psyching her out yet again, telling her that we were just going to go to the winery with some friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then told her real quick, oh, Rob wants me to run to Randy Herget's place to go pick up some papers for him.
He even made his phone go off to look like he had a phone call to like, we had to go the other way so that was also creative.
So I'm sitting there acting like I'm talking to my brother, and I'm like, yep, I'll go run over there and pick him up. And I'm like, sorry, Jade, we gotta go pick up some papers quick.
Yeah.
And we ran over, and I'd picked out this perfect little place where they had the cattleman's ball. They put a little bridge over top of a pond, really pretty looking.
Yeah, it was really pretty.
I just thought that was the best place to do it, and we pulled up there, and I think right away when I put the truck in park, she knew what was going on. She started smirking.
Yeah,
And
because our parents were there at the end of the bridge to be able to take pictures. So it was awesome to like have them have those pictures of the whole process. But he put up a sign that said, "Will you marry me?" And it was kind of a big extra sign because Jared knows sometimes I like to be kind of extra and dramatic about things. So it was good. Okay, who said I love you first? I believe it was you.
I think Jayde said I love you first, but I would believe her more since it's been so long.
I think I have a better memory maybe than Jared does with that. No, I honestly think it was me. And I think it might have been, it wasn't long after we started dating because we had talked for like, what, since that fall. And you asked me to be your girlfriend in December while we were looking at Christmas lights. And Jared, I don't know if you've already touched on this, but he used to give me a rose for every month we dated, just like a single rose each month, which was very romantic of him. But that had eventually stopped after 7 years because that's a lot of roses, you know. But yeah, we don't do that anymore. But that was cute. But I think you said it first.
I think I might have said it first.
Yeah, I don't know. That's hard. All right, we want to thank everyone that stuck with us these 7 years and has made it to be here with us today. It means so much for us to be able to celebrate and have this big event with our closest friends and family. It's gonna be a fun time, and God has blessed us with some great people in our life, and we're very thankful for that. And I'm thankful that he blessed me with this guy right here.
Yes. Thank you guys. Thank you, family and friends. Let's have ourselves a good night tonight and have fun. And we're gonna enjoy this for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, best day ever.